Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Ark the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits, with me, UltraGamerJ. And I gotta tell you, after being gone for so long, well, it really sucks when, due to an unforeseen circumstance involving your computer, you have to not only send it in to a repair shop to get repairs, but that repair shop is like one or two states away from being on the complete opposite end of the continent. But wait, it gets even worse, because not only do you have to send your computer there, but once you get there, you learn that they have to order. Yes, Jerry, I'm sharing my outrage.
I've been waiting!
Yes. Anyways. Hayes. So, they tell you they have to wait for replacement parts to come in for your computer. And when the first part comes in, and you're notified that, but it turns out they need a second part on top of the one. It's not just one part they need to replace, it's two, and now they have to wait for the second part to come in. And it gets even worse than that, because after they get those two parts, upon getting your computer back, you learn that they completely wiped your hard drive. Right as the episode you had planned, and that was in place of this episode right now, a first draft of sorts, if you will, or something, or a what could have been episode, maybe. Anyways, that episode was completely wiped from your hard drive, and because you had already recorded the episode before sending your computer in to get fixed, you have to start your save file, your playthrough, all over again. You have to go through the previous shit you went through for what is now a third time? Yeah, maybe, I think it's a third time. If not a fourth. And the real kick in the ass? They didn't even notify you that they would have to scrub the hard drive. They didn't even call you to ask if, we have to, due to something with your keyboard or some other hardware issue, we're gonna have to clear your hard drive to get it working again. Would you like us to take all the files on your computer and upload them to an external hard drive for you, for even if it's for an additional charge? They don't even ask you that. They just do it. And you don't even know. So yeah, I had to spend the last few months backtracking, which is about as much fun as, I don't know, dipping your Richard and the twins in a bowl full of spicy honey, and then making your soldier stand at attention, and then grafting said soldier to a hill filled with angry fire ants using a roofing nail gun. I sincerely hope that whoever was the idiot who thought that wiping my hard drive without talking to me about it first got reprimanded. Like, not fired, but that he at least got brought into human resources or something. Like he had someone gave him a very stern talking to at the very least, and warned him not to do it again. Because I'm not completely heartless.
That's right!
That is probably one of the most infuriating experiences I have ever had with Best Buy. Actually, I think that might be my only infuriating experience. But what's done is done. As long as it's not a heart attack or a stroke, whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Because when you're the victim of a heart attack or a stroke, you're much more likely to fall victim to another one.
Thanks, Paulette.
I mean, it's nowhere near as infuriating as what happened to the actress Mayu Imamori. Maya Imamori? Who stars in the Japanese tokusatsu series #1 Sentai Go Zyuger, which is easily much more infuriating than my little hiccup in life. But it makes me raise both my middle fingers to the sky and say Hasediga Ibowai unironically regardless. For those not in the know, Imamori is an actress who plays the character... what was her name again? Sumino Ichikawa from the tokusatsu series #1 Sentai Go Zyuger, where she plays the Black Ranger. And it's a Black Ranger because the executives felt that a Pink Ranger wasn't exactly fitting for a series that focuses on battle royales. And they're not wrong for once.
You, huh?
Anyways, Imamori was terminated from her company, not only terminated from Toei, had her contract terminated, but also had her contract. She had her contract from Toei terminated due to being discovered. You know what? I'm just gonna find what I wrote down. Because stupid computer, let me. Damn you. Come on. Okay. There you are. But yeah. A few weeks ago, at least 2 weeks ago, Maya Imamori, actress for Gozu Unicorn, or Sumino Ichikawa, was fired from the cast, left the cast of the series, and was fired from Toei and had her contract with her talent agency terminated. And she's been effectively blacklisted from the acting industry due to being caught engaging in underage drinking. And she has been gone silent in terms of social media. Upon hearing this news, I feel like this might be Toei caving into internet trolls, as well as being morally questionable. I mean, if I support a company that does not support and defend their workers, how is that any different from supporting a company like Crunchyroll, who treats anyone who isn't in the upper echelons of said company like crap and pays them like shit? At least according to testimony from former Crunchyroll employees. Factually speaking, Imamori started the acting in Go Zyuger as a series when she was literally 18 years old. It kinda comes off as Toei throwing her under the bus because they want to acquiesce to what could be considered Japan's United Alliance of Do-Nothing Housewives by any other name. I mean, this is just... learning this is just proof that working in... this is just another example that working in Japan or having a talent agency is not sunshine and rainbows. If you didn't already learn that from watching something like Oshinoko or reading the manga. And if we also consider the harassment that Imamori suffered from due to her having half Philippine heritage, well, it wouldn't surprise me that there will always be prejudice towards someone or a specific actor or personality no matter what part of the world you are in. And I'm honestly not convinced that it's merely a coincidence that Imamori was facing a harassment campaign, and then a couple months later, her agency found a reason to drop her like a sack of potatoes. Jury's out on whether they're Idaho gold or russet. Obviously, I have no physical evidence, and I'd never be able to prove it, but that's just what my intuition is telling me. Maybe Imamori actually did engage in underage drinking. And just ruined her life on her own. But to reiterate, I have no actual way of knowing. It just feels like her former talent agency received some pressure from social media to get rid of her, and they knuckled under like Toei did when Japan's United Alliance of Do-Nothing Housewives bitched about the violence levels in Kamen Rider Ghost and Princess Pretty Cure.
Touch me and you'll be sorry.
At the end of the day, we will probably never know the truth. But I feel like if I just give my 2 cents or 2 yen or whatever the proper term is, I will look less like a crackpot conspiracy theorist, because all conspiracy theorists are fucking stupid. Especially since Imamori's former talent agency, he released a statement that's filled with PR bullshit to make themselves look like the victims. In regards to the Imamori incident, as one might call it, I keep asking myself, what is the truth of this matter? I am inclined to believe that there's more to this story than what is being made available to the public. Without the harassment campaign, I don't think this underage drinking scandal would have been a thing. It feels like it's a little too convenient to be a coincidence. Do I believe that Imamori's former talent agency made up this underage drinking thing to get rid of her? I honestly don't know. It seems a little excessive. But at the same time, all we have to go on is testimony, or the testimony of said talent agency, because Imamori has withdrawn herself from social media. I mean, I ask this because I don't know, but is someone allowed to have a social media account after they've been blacklisted in an industry that's based in Japan? And believing everything a person of authority says would be completely stupid. One should always consider how the narrative that's being spun for them benefits the person telling it. Getting caught engaging in underage drinking was the kiss of death for Imamori's career. No one will hire her now, and they can easily fire a client that's causing problems for them, or, well, the talent, her former talent agency, that is, because of internet trolls harassing said former talent agency, and to a greater extent, Gozuger as a production. And at the end of the day, I do not know Imamori as a person. Maybe she was stupid enough to engage in underage drinking, but considering how harsh the Japanese are about such matters, why roll the dice? Again, the underage drinking thing seems harsh to me, but I'm not Japanese, and I was not raised in Japanese culture. Imamori is and was, so she would know best, right? That's why I don't entirely believe that this story is as simple as they caught her engaging in underage drinking and fired her from the talent agency. And terminated her contract. Even if I don't know what the full story is, I just feel like there's more to it for some reason. I mean, Gozuger as a series and in terms of production might be screwed in the ass because of all of this. To be removed from the show, even the scenes already filmed, and to have every TikTok video of her removed from Toei's official account, it just seems ridiculously cruel to erase someone so utterly and completely. Maya Imamori's career is pretty much over. And only at 19 years old. And I just find that astonishing. But, yeah. I've said my piece. No more. We can, now that I think we've shoot out the clowns for long enough, and we can let them back in.
Let's go! Ha! All right! That's right! Look out!
Getting adjusted to, or readjusted to the 2-second controller lag between game and controller is gonna take some getting used to as well.
Go!
But I guess when it comes to my life, it never rains, it pours.
All right, who's first?
Also forgot to mention another development. I did not know that the software known as Audacity had an update to, like, at the very least 3.0 software. I mean, so I had to get that upgraded. Maybe that's the reason and the audio has been less than ideal or something for quite a while. Maybe that's why I haven't been able to pick up Ben and Jerry meowing in the background. Damn it, I can't go any further than this. Damn you, turtle! Wanted those spirit stones. Now you have to die for that. Asshole.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah!
I mean, technically I have over 900 of them in stock, but still. I think there was an item that dropped too, and I wanted that. Definitely need more in-game currency for what lies ahead. Ooh, we can learn a new technique. Wait, hold on. That's 7. Do special moves. Yes, Ben. Hopefully you can be heard this time on the microphone. Now that I've updated my recording software. Because Daddy didn't get the memo that Audacity, he has gone beyond 2.0. Or whatever the software was before that I was using beforehand, I don't remember. Or software version. Because Daddy's a goofball. The fact that you love me in spite of all that means everything. Aw, Paulette can't learn a new skill. Even though she deserves to, because she's the resident ass kicker of the group. Oh well. Time to get the band back together. And so the boys and girls are back in town. We have, with the voice talents of the man who played Raiden in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, hence playing Kharg. I apologize for forgetting his name. The same individual who played Jack Spicer in Shaolin Showdown, and the titular Dave the Barbarian in Maru. And for Tajana, we have Cree Summer voicing her. Cree Summer is known for voicing predominantly African-American characters due to being African-American herself. Roles including, but not limited to, Abigail Number 5 Lincoln from Codename Kids Next Door, her older sister Cree, Valerie from Danny Phantom, and Foxy Love from Drawn Together, who's meant to be a Hanna-Barbera parody. And the fact that an actress, an African-American actress, mind you, who is known for playing African-American characters in Western media, this is, to my current knowledge, as of this recording, the only video game imported or exported from Japan that she has done voiceover work for, and or more specifically, playing a character who is a former knockoff Nazi scientist who has blonde hair and blue eyes. I just can't help but chuckle at the irony of that. Like, could someone please contact the spirit of O. Henry, the author of the Christmas story, The Gift of the Magi? And if not him, could you possibly contact Alanis Morissette, the singer and songwriter of the song Irony, in which she sings about songs that aren't so much about ironic scenarios, so much as unfortunate coincidences? Because that is some real irony right there. I know Cree Summer played Penny in the original Inspector Gadget cartoon, but and she had blonde hair and blue eyes, but last time I checked, Penny wasn't a knockoff Nazi, so yeah. So with all of that in mind, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. This has been UltraGamerJ signing off, hoping to see you all in the next video. And please remember to like and subscribe for more content.